Good evening, everybody. Just checking out the audio. It's just after midnight. Wanted to play a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV tonight. Um, Probably not for too long. I have an appointment in the morning. But I've been trying to... I mean, technically it's Friday now, but... Good evening, everybody. Just checking out the audio. There's the audio. My goal has been to stream more on Thursdays, but of course, work and other life stuff has kept me busy. What should have been a 30-minute trip to the grocery was like an hour. That's okay. Let's get us logged in. Wait for the queue to clear. We took care of pirates last time, and last time we also did. I also did my very first dungeon, which is super cool. And then there's Cloud. There's that Cloud and the kitty Cloud. Yeah, I'm talking about you. We're gonna play Final Fantasy XIV. Isn't that exciting? Sir, you trying to be the main character? Welcome back, Cade. I'm reliably informed that your foray into Deepcroft was a success, nor did I expect anything less. Vedron's ringing endorsement left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Lord Lowen asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. So to illustrate the point, Avery's gone. It's all your fault. Got some rewards points. If you hadn't taken an age to heal him, he may still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah. To hell's with the pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving, and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. Yikes. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this will come as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffer you for healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though as it may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by the way, some parting advice. Get rid of Everett's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the heck you want. For God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it already. It's just carrying around the head. Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avery. Please forgive me. Seems like this has become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half days many. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventures of your experience. I could send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, Not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. About a bell ago. About a bell ago? That's a heck of a way of saying it. I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. Gosh, the experience gap is... Oh yeah, I'm level 30. That was a huge milestone in Final Fantasy XI. So you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful! As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you in the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, Cade, and good luck. Quicksand in Ul'dah. I think we're gonna take an airship now. Thank you. So keep an eye on him because I don't want him to accidentally press the power button on my Xbox. That would be really unfortunate. Passage to Ul'dah, sir. Again, it kind of, I feel like I'm going to say this every time that I ride the airship, but it's true. It stinks that you can't, like, walk around on it. And I realized in 11 that there was really nothing to do. But still, it was cool to look out and see the stuff. Cloud's a good boy. Alright, Call of the Desert. And yes, I know that says desert. I'm just being goofy. Oh, wow. Anybody else got any plans for Valentine's Day? Wow. Psst, you there. Yes, darling, you. They say you're the last with the brass. Well, they call me that too, but for a different reason. Name's Pommelin, and I earn my keep as a dancing girl in these markets. I bet you do. Aye, it's a living, a good one, but it's not exactly what I set out to be when I bid farewell to my mud flats. I know. Isn't that the way the tale curls? Still, I'd like to be one of those dancers, Dexter. You know, the sort they engage for grand balls, to be a dancer of craft, no mere wiles. Keep company in high society. Of course, I have to learn a proper sort of dancing, less shimmy, more stately, and that's where you come in, darling, because I've got to query for you to track down. They say a dancing master named Quillinox is in town. All the highborn ladies are aflutter wanting to take lessons from him. He's the best. That's the word. This is my chance to be something finer than Minnie the Minx. Go to the steps of Thal and ask around about him, won't you? Okay. Take this mildly tour. Master Golinex, it's lovely what he teaches, but straight is the gate, my good lady. He's very choosy about whom he teaches. You must dance for him and show some innate quality. Why, he wouldn't even accept Master Grugery's diamond crust crumpet, and she was quite the Densasus already. Steps of Thal. Aha. Don't. Weaver's Guild. Aha, is that it right there? Is that you? Of course, I know where Master Golem is. Don't you see those roses on my cheeks? An ever so slight droop in my supple carriage? Is that talk about her butt? Or just come for practice? You can stop wondering who the belle of the ball is to be in the next moon. With Master Golem has taught me, I have no doubt I'll dazzle the masses. Where can you find him? Well, I would say, but why not? You should find him in the husting strip. He said he was headed to the airship landing. All right. That's where you go. Chamber of Rule. Bless you. Luscious lady. Are you another one of Master Golem's camp followers? So cute. You know, he's from Cortheus, don't you? Travels the world teaching the art of dance. They say he was the youngest dancing master ever to leap the lance, that he has the largest estate, a fine stable, and a coat to crown sable. Why anyone would leave all that is beyond me. When I think about that, it gives me shivers, you know. Why, if he weren't leaving Old Out today, I'd consider promoting him the pleasures of my person. Oh boy. Oh, don't look so shocked. Mayhaps when he returns. The pleasures of my person. There he is. So hey, that lady down the hall wants to sleep with you. Master Golem, I am he. That you are an adventurer is apparent, but what business brings an adventurer to dancing master, I wonder? A tat tat, you will not answer. You will not answer where no question has been asked. It is the feet that must persuade, not the tongue. Now dance for me. Plague me not if you have no dance to show me. I must leave this place ere long. I am dancing. But to do like a regular dance, is that what it is? Alright, there we go. Why is the screen black? The harvest dance is better. The vessel is rude, but the wine within may yet be fine. Unfortunately, there is much call on my time, and I am bound for another land. I'll make a dancer of you when I return to the city. Oh, hey, there's the lady. There you are. Heard anything good? Hope you're not wasting time with that looker there. Oh, Master Galanex. I am prominent, the danseuse, and I would speak with you. It is my greatest desire to become a dance dexter and to perform at the grand ball. Please, my lord, won't you teach me? So it is not the adventurer who wishes to thread the parquet, but this stammering maiden? Child, I sift people to find dancers. Do you understand? Then let us see whether or not you can master these steps. That's how they do it in the high society, huh? I can be a lass with class, just watch. This is silly. Hideous, grotesque. Your dancing stands alongside the calamity in its horror. Boy, that's it's not nice. Well, those words might cow your highborn ladies, Master Gollenax, but where I come from, we take our lumps and keep on twirling. Now, what exactly didn't you like? Child, you rely overmuch on appearances. You go from pose to pose, pleasing to pleasing. That is not a dance, but crude fascination. Adventure, look sharp and take your turn on the floor. I can't take my eyes off you. Jesus. I mean, you're not exactly good. You could picking rotten orange pits out of your eyebrows if you did that at the market, but it's a story, isn't it? A dance is a story, and I have nothing to say because I have lived, just made a living. Hey, child, I'll gaze eyes are easy to please, and you have squandered these years striking your pose when you could have learned to craft. Still, you have courage. I'll warrant that. I weary of teaching so many who may have lived, but in ways too alike. I wonder if you have courage enough. Don't you dare start anew. To be dancing girl no longer, to learn a true craft. I dare I will learn the craft of adventuring. Do you adventure for fun or gain? Do you have to be very good with weapons? Those moves you make with your arms. Some fighty thing. I want what you've got, darling. The way the grand ball is through quests and dungeons. I'll learn to slug, and I'll learn to dance. Thank you, my lady. Thank you. I'm off to the Adventurers Guild. You've taught me so much. And I'll never forget the dance you showed me. Did she choose to be a mere adventurer over me? Master among masters? My airship departs this strange city soon. Dance your rude, yet Placitant dance adventure. Mayhaps you will affect more experience as you did in Flamand. Ha! And mayhap I shall hang up my dancing shoes and start anew. Unlocked a new emote. 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 Yeah, I still prefer the harvest dance. Quicksand. Adventurers Guild. Mo Modi. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I am tad busy right now if you wouldn't mind showing yourself to. Oh, it's you, Cade. And there was Spout the same tired line. Mamoni sent word that you've been sporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't call him all the way to here to listen to my prattle. That clear for a second? Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Sorry, my cat's making a bunch of racket. Brief me on my task. The petitioner ought to be arriving at any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun, and I've been set afire, a tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Excellent timing, Papa Sean. So, just so happens the adventurer who will be handling your petition is here. Start calling him Papa John's. Oh, why isn't it my good friend Cade? It does my spirit well to know that you are the one who's been helping us. Mayhaps you praise Cade of her mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amage and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. Ooh, giants. Those giants are a clan known as the... what? I'm just going to call them the Hectons. Fearsome creatures who have sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Throne Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them. Now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Throne Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know the history well, milady. The people of that age used their Hetchins to work their mines. By way of the enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But it was off the way of such tales these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hetchins, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lower levels. So it was that a great giant revolt ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well now, that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about the Copperbell in Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. Oh, these people are so wordy. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug it a bit too deep and freed the giants. They'd lived that long? Gods think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and it makes them a danger to all of us. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is a task we would have you undertake. I'll not deny the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great. So I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. And she just nods. God's bless you. I fear you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you didn't know, the Copperbell mines are western are in Western Thanland. Do take care, you hear? Ah, one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amaj and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell Mines well. I may be hoping you to seek his counsel. I accept. Oh, he's literally right there. Excuse me. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I've got the hiccups real bad. All right. Looking for Painted Misa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who's volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you got skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hessians left the place in the right state, nearly a week after the mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ul dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for rebuilding the effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under mountains worth of rock 3 centuries ago, right? Well, wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of a pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery grind to a halt for what ought to build with. Stone torches keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nations rests with you, friend. Best of luck. Okay. And where do bet that be at? Skyrim all over again. Grave robber. With funny looking creatures. Kind of stinks that I just pretty much just straight up ignore. Oh, poop. That could have ended real bad. That would have been really embarrassing if I'd got KO'd by jumping off a bridge. Perhaps I ought be more careful. Whew. All right. Dusty mongrel. See what these giants are made out of. Plunder ear cuffs. We've been inside the incident inside the Copper Bell mines. We are here to ensure that the effects are contained. For your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. Oh, what? You're the adventurers who's volunteered to quell the giants. I didn't think Papashan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come inside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make it ready as best you can, and enter at will. Right. Let's do it. This guy's watching a cutscene. Minutes. So that I can hope for with these under-leveled monsters is that I can get some loot I can sell. Boom. Boom, roasted. Nasty sound, man. That's cool. It's good if I get surrounded by enemies. Trinity's going to town on that cat scratcher. What do you think, Cloud? Kind of stinks that I can't get XP from, as I know they're a whole 18 levels under me, but still. Oh, we got 2 out of 2. I can talk about this game that's over here. It's Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time for the Wii. This was a Nintendo DS game that they took and put onto the Wii, and they just put the 2 screens on top of each other. I have yet to play it. I would kind of like to, just to see how crazy it is. Because that just seems like a bizarre choice to me. And I'm hoping with the Switch 2 that they're going to come with it, that they're going to have an attachment that you can put onto the Switch that will allow for them to port games from the DS to the Switch. I feel like that would be a really cool move on their part. To be totally honest, like when I play my Switch, it's mostly in handheld mode than anything else. Oh, sweet. Let's commence. Yeah. All right, so where are the giants? I can't see. That's how you pull a lever. You just next time I need to go in an elevator, I'm just gonna do this. Hey. There's the giants. Take that, you creepy doll things. Oh. Yosemite Sam would be proud. Is that a Minotaur? Oh, get out of here! Whoa! Woo! That was cool. Treasure. Thank you for waiting. Powder chamber. Cavalier's hat. Ooh, goggles. Ah! Ah! You made me ink! Ah, he split off the... The Acolyte. Not seen a whole lot of giants. We saw one giant and a Minotaur. I feel like that's the name of a... could be a name of a sitcom. One giant and a Minotaur. Whew. Got him. Ah! Another one. Not intend to heal myself, but here we are. Oh, he's not as tough as the other one. Oh boy, we're getting a cutscene. Slaves no more, free. So they're not giants; they're Minotaurs. Let's get him. Let's get out of here. Is there nowhere we can go? Ah! Ah! Woohoo! Those are fun. I gotta find out at some point if there's a way to change my victory pose on arm's length. I received two combinations. Sweet. Plundered goggles. Wow. Sell those at some point. Oh man, it's almost 1:30. Arm's length. I wonder what that does. Let's test her out, shall we? Oh. Crush your enemies. I love the Valentine's Day stuff. It's quaint. The dungeons, like doing the dungeons and stuff, it's fun. Like it's cool, like playing with other people. That was the best part of Final Fantasy XI, and it's cool to be able to do more of that in this one. I think it felt more. The battles definitely feel bigger in this game, but 11 it certainly felt like you were depending on each other more. That's for sure. Knuckles. Crap. I did not intend to buy that pack. Okay. 2, plus 2, plus 2. Let's check out these goggles. They have, wow. How big of a dork do I want my character to look like? Apparently the answer is yes. I'll... yeah, they're only worth 5 gil, so I'll hang on to them. Okay. We're gonna get in a fight in here? Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mamodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Okay. No! Obnoxious merchant. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this paid for with my own coin. What right? You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford maggoty mold meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give me back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades. You know, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens, but I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. Wow, what jerks. But, I ain't nothing wrong. 12 is me as the witness. Wow. And then there's Cade. Please, adventure, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with coin saved. I wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. What exactly did she buy? And who are you? And who the hells are you when you're at home? The dog's master? I've had enough of this murmur's face. You lot teach him a lesson. Okay. Better watch out, I've got goggles. You guys are lucky I can't do area effect stuff right now. Sweep the leg. Those are some serious knuckles. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where do you think you're going? Man, that guy's mohawk is ridiculous. Thank ye, kind adventure. Thank you thrice over. Uh-oh. I'd swear there were more refugees when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But now it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents were found their land had either been rendered barren or cut off from the trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved, though they tried their best to make the best of it. It was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes. Excuse me, and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Ul'dah has a reputation of being prosperous, so it's natural that refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, things do take a turn for the worse. We always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought in the Gallian Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all the refugees are bad, mind you, but some may be able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Fanlin. Thank ye, customer, madame. Please come again. Look around. You think Ul'dah is as well on its way to recovery? But peer through the veil of prosperity, you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Be curious to find out why this is important. Madame, are you alright? What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? Defenseless? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Ah, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you vulture. Who said that? I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless ye, adventure. If ye hadn't come when ye did, who knows what that monster might have done. I don't bear thinking about it. All's well that ends well. Thancred, we meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it's always honorable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Ul'dah. Creep. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous in to your betters. And when your travels lead you to the midst of danger, you face it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel. I confess to being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when those words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you're indeed the one whom I've been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, you rescued that damsel in distress way more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that's what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point, I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization. We should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it and feel moved to help us, as I pray you shall. Speak with Momodi, the ever lovely youthful mistress of the quicksand. Thanks, Thancred. Hopefully I don't break his heart. Tell the signs that the Seven Dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Interesting. Scenes like that are becoming more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't get pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? My headphones are dying. Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell all the gentlemen's woes with the woman folk from time to time. Ah, Cade, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off-the-carriage adventurer. But it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would even guess you've had it with the giants in the dark. I've never doubted for a moment that you succeed, of course. Neither did Papashan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. Is that the woman I rescued? Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name's Ida. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania we were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avery. Oh, I remember they were talking in the card place. He and I were to be wed in spring. You may not remember him, but to say he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dusk to dawn. He saw you for what you were, you see. Adventure is adventure. He swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him the chance. Since that day, I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are and all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired. Hello, just as Avery once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. Greetings, big boy. It's somebody in the chat. But I wanted to meet you first to ask you your name. I am Cade Altiar. Cade Altiar, shan't not forget. Thank you, Cade Altiar. I pray we will meet again. Face you well. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want to do with you lot, though it'd be right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm fully glad that I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Cade. If you're just tuning in, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, what did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Cade, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk. And the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Take a quick swig. Mama already is ready to tell you what she knows about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So, you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise. I swear if I pertained certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventures would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Uldan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether or not you could trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to take some of Eorzea's most present problems. Of course, there ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for the dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Cade. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. So everybody that's watching, shh. Don't say anything. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, but in the western Thanland, the place you're looking at is called the Walk in the Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance, and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Cade, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Momodi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right. Well, I said my piece, now on we go. Cool. Where's that at? Love how that comment is like, let's go, like like me talking to an NPC is the most exciting thing in the world. But I appreciate the enthusiasm, I really do. Area I haven't been in before. Well, that's where I need to be for next time. Well, that's it for this evening. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. I very much appreciate it. Next time, which will more than likely be Tuesday. Tuesday at 11, I will get into the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, which is cool. It's like we're getting more into the story, I hope. It's like it's been a lot of just busy work and doing stuff for the different kingdoms and all that jazz. You know, very similar to Final Fantasy XI. But I think the dungeons are a ton of fun. Like, they were a blast. It would be cool to play this with, like, friends and people that I actually know. So, I don't know. I'm playing through the free trial, and I intend on continuing that until the game stops me. I believe the free trials caps out at level 70. And if I remember right, it's let's Google it real quick. Because now I'm curious and I don't want to be wrong. What expansions the free trial includes? What expansions are free in Final Fantasy XIV? Okay, so the free trial of Final Fantasy XIV includes the base game, which is A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, and Stormblood. So I don't know. That's ways down the road, but I'm excited to continue playing. 14 is not that I wasn't enjoying it when I first started, but it was kind of monotonous, and I didn't think it was as good as 11. But that gap has closed a little bit. Still prefer Final Fantasy 11 because it feels like it was. And I've said this multiple times over the past couple streams that... Oh, my headphones just died. That I feel like Final Fantasy XI was far more rewarding because you had to put in a lot of work to get the stuff that you wanted. And from what I've been told, Final Fantasy XI has been nerfed quite a bit. So I can only imagine how difficult it was on launch. So I like to think about, you know, if I was a Final Fantasy fan when I was younger, how my life would have been different, because I didn't really get into the Final Fantasy series until about 5-6 years ago now. I got a bunch of Final Fantasy games with my Nintendo Switch when I bought it in 2019. and I bought a ton of the Final Fantasy games with it. As I've always known of Final Fantasy, from one, seeing Final Fantasy VII's iconic cover, and two, seeing Conan O'Brien make fun of Final Fantasy 15 on Clueless Gamer, which I would highly recommend watching. Anything else? Yeah, I'm on the Golem server, so it's like if you're ever online and you want to play, so I can't chat back and forth in the game, but if you're in the chat, you can chat with me. Would love to play along with anybody that's watching. So I did that a couple times with Final Fantasy XI, and that was a lot of fun. That was some of my favorite parts of the game. It wasn't necessarily the story, like the story of Final Fantasy XI. And granted, I've only played through most of the base game, not even the expansions, which I will get to at some point. Yeah. Look forward to me playing more Final Fantasy 14 next Tuesday at 11 o'clock, if not sooner, if I'm able. Take care.